Welcome back. In the last video, you learned how very high and very low notes are written, with ledger lines and octave lines. Now we will look at how the entire pitch range is organized systematically. For this, we use so-called octave registers. Each note receives a unique name depending on its position. In German music theory, the system of Hermann von Helmholtz is commonly used for this. Let's begin with middle C in the treble clef. This octave is called the one-line octave. That means all notes in this register are written in lowercase with the number 1. C1, D1, E1, and so on. Above it is the two-line octave, C2, D2, E2, and so on. Then follow the 3-line, 4-line, and finally the 5-line octave. The highest note on a standard piano is C5. Sometimes, instead of numbers, small strokes are written after the note names, 1-line C, 2-line C, and so on. Now let's look downward. Below the 1-line octave lies the small octave. Its notes are written with lowercase letters, small c, small d, and so on. Below that is the great octave, capital C up to capital B. Even lower is the contra octave, contra C, contra D, and so on. Here, the capital letters also carry a mark or a number. On the piano keyboard, there are only 3 notes below that: subcontra B, subcontra B flat, and subcontra A. This means that a piano covers more than 7 octaves in total. Internationally, another system is often used today, the so-called scientific pitch notation. In this system, the octaves are simply numbered. The lowest C on the modern piano, our contra C, is called C1. Above it comes C2 and C3. Middle C, which is our C1 in the German system, is called C4. The octaves above it are then C5, C6, and so on. Listen to the different Cs in the various octave registers. With these naming systems, you can now identify every note clearly in 2 different ways. In the next video, we will look at extended accidentals, double sharps, and double flats. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe to MusePrep for more exciting videos about music theory.